Welcome to Relics Radio, your favorite weekly podcast dedicated to the metal detecting and treasure hunting community. Here are your hosts, Ken from Adventures in Dirt and Tony from 5280 Adventures.
Hey everyone, Wednesday night. Thanks for joining us here at Relics Radio. I'm DK from Adventures in Dirt. Welcome on a Wednesday night. I'm bringing in my co-host right now. You know him as Mr. Tony.
Good morning.
Might start calling you Tone Loke. That's probably not a good.
Tone Loke? Yeah, nobody's ever called me that. I swear. That's pretty original.
How's it going, man?
Oh, geez, it's I'm good. I'm glad to be here on Wednesday night. I can tell you that it's been a little bit of time since we met.
Yep. We missed last week, right?
Yep.
You've been a busy guy. Some very exciting things going on in your world, but
that moving thing sucks. It's for the best, and it's pretty incredible, but man, it sucks.
It really does.
Yeah.
Don't like to do that too many times in my life. You know what I mean?
No. I will say though that we're in a brand new house here, and I'm just so blessed to have it. Everybody here, you, Rich, everybody in chat, y'all are invited. Come on over. We'll do some Duff Poppers, some whiskey and beer. We'll just have a good time. We'll all have a great time here. So you're all invited.
You guys heard it right here, Relics Radio. All the 80,000 people listening to the show right now.
Oh yeah. Let's see if we can get to 100,000. That'd be great.
Make it to. Oh, don't get greedy now. Come on.
That's okay. That's true.
Just make it to Colorado, and we'll all head to Tony's house.
That's
man, really happy for you. Really excited for you for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You've been getting out. I'm sorry, man.
No,
I know you haven't.
I was just gonna say, you know what? I haven't gotten out, but I will tell you, what I've been doing to try to decompose and things like that. I've been watching a lot of YouTube and social media, Facebook, Instagram. So I'm keeping up with everything that's going on because, man, people are finding some good stuff. And you know what? I didn't tell you this. I got a text message right before we came on. One of my friends here in Colorado, his brother in Texas, sent him a picture doing a scrape off. You know what those are. I mean, good stuff always seems to be found at those, right?
Right.
Found a Walker half. And I replied back. I said, "Oh, bucket lister for me." He goes, "Really? This is the second one my brother found in 2 days at that same site." I'm like, "Oh, you suck."
Yeah, they're just like Wheaties. Oh my goodness.
Right. So
shoot. Yeah. That's a big,
big
chunks of silver, man.
Yeah, I know. And I just been keeping up on all the social media stuff. So, everybody's doing great. Lots of people over in England right now having a great time in England. Yeah. Teresa, the treasure hunter, just got back from England.
Yeah. Our friend Cindy's over there.
Yeah, Rizzo's over there.
Yep. Man,
gosh,
some great things being found. Tony, you just said to me the other day, like, we got to go. We got to get back over there.
I know, right? Yeah, Cindy was on some 1100s, I think, yesterday or today.
She did. She got to the 1100s, man.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Incredible stuff.
Yep. Yeah, Larry, it is disco night here at Relics Radio. Tony and I both put our new studio setups where we're just like almost right up against these walls, and we're like, what are we going to do? I don't even kind of mood lighting. I don't have anything like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're getting there. This is what we got for tonight.
That's right. Next week, who knows what's going to be going on?
This thing quit working on me, so now I don't have that.
Put it in front of you. People aren't going to know any different.
Well, this sounds different. And so people are going to like, man, Ken, your mic's really sounding like crap these days.
Hey, let's get over to the chat real quick so we can bring our guest on here pretty soon.
Okay.
Let's see who's checked in with us. How about this one? The Intuitive Detectorist. First one in today.
Wow, he was in early. Look at that. 7:55 a.m.
You know what? A couple people have been doing that. Look at this. Fox and the ground detecting can't wait to tune in. Also at 9:00 this morning. Look at that.
Sweet. Early bird gets the worm.
That's right.
Or here's the podcast. One of the two.
That's right. How about Tim?
There you go. You wait for that every night.
Yep.
Comes right
All
in.
you dirty money lovers. There you go. Mr. Bill Hayes was late tonight. He got 3 people ahead of him. That's just
come on,
amateur
Bill.
hour. Bush League right there.
Good to see you, Bill.
Mr. Bob Rose, welcome on.
Well, Bob, been seeing him a lot lately.
Yeah. How about Charlie? Charlie, really, show yourself tonight. Awesome. I'm sure we're going to have some stories that involve Charlie tonight.
Charlie, start putting questions in that you know is going to lead to some good stories in the chat. We'll pin them up.
That's right. Teresa's in the chat. We just mentioned her coming back from England. Look at that.
Yeah, I was watching the video that she was featured in over there. Man, that guy she was with, man, he just seems like a really cool guy, really knowledgeable, like knew a bunch of that's a strap end. Like, how do you know? It looks like a piece of metal to me, just a piece of metal. No, that's it's a amazing. Roman strap end.
Yeah. Those people over there, man, they nail it quick. You know, you think we're so intelligent over here, but you know, they've got 5 times as much history, 10 times as much history.
Right.
You can call it. I mean, it's crazy. Hey, Larry's in the chat.
What's up, Larry?
Detector.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Robert Thompson.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Rick.
How about Rick? Yeah.
Rick Rara. Good to see you, man. Yeah. My Sarona. Dun, 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 dun. I got to do it, man. You just got to do it. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome.
Whole bunch of other people joining us tonight. Yeah. We're going to move on from that one.
Oh, come on. I'm going to start singing. Check out this one. You ready?
Yeah.
Bam.
Quarter Hoarder.
Look at that guy coming in here.
Nice.
Excellent.
Same thing. If you got some stories or some questions, throw them in the chat here for our guest tonight.
That's right. Check this
one out. We're going to have a good time.
Bam.
Oh, Lindiana
Jones coming in.
I bet she's got some stories.
I bet she got a lot of stories. Right. We should throw her the link and have her come on and just tell some of those stories. That's what we should do. Hey, let's get our guest on. Let's go for it. I want to get him on. We got a lot of questions. We're going to put him. And I heard he's going to sing and play the ukulele. That's what I heard. So hold your breath. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Mr. Rich VanWinkle.
Hey, how are you?
Everyone knows Rich VanWinkle, man. How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're doing good. We're doing good. We were having fun in the pre-show. Just basically, you were watching us scramble with our lack of technical ability. Rich is like,
there are some characters in the chat tonight. That's for sure.
I think it's going to be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope they start spilling the dirt. See what I did there? Spill the dirt.
Hey, Perry Pirate. How you doing?
Yep. Good to see you. Good to see you. So you're following the chat.
Yeah. I have it up on my TV back there.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But,
good.
Thanks for having me on, guys. This is exciting.
Yeah. I will point out. I got to point out one thing real quick. We've been on with you for about a minute. You've already said more words than any other Quarter Hoarder live stream combined. So you're going to kill that record tonight.
Yeah, it's good. It's tough. It's tough. We don't like dead air, so
yeah, that's right.
Feel it, you know.
Yep, we say that all the time too. We don't like dead air, but sometimes it's tough for sure. But man, so you know. Everyone knows you. A lot of people know you. A lot of people might not know you. Especially, we rebroadcast this podcast on our audio version, and some of them maybe don't watch social media, maybe don't watch a lot of videos. But Rich VanWinkle here is one of the members, we'll say, team members of Team Quarter Hoarder. Is that what you guys call it, or how do you guys refer to that?
Yeah, I guess Team Quarter Hoarder, yeah, or
Basically, it's a bunch of friends that get together and detect, and there just happens to be a camera that comes along.
Yep. Yeah, and Jason does a great job with all that.
He does.
I wouldn't know what I was doing if I had to be behind a camera.
He does. Like, he's really changed it up too. Like, over the years, I've watched his channel grow and change. Right,
Yeah.
Tony? Like,
Yeah.
It's evolved. And I was watching a bunch of videos just recently, kind of looking at some videos that you were in just to kind of get ready for tonight. And it was like, man, yeah, he's changed things up. He's kind of has this group around him now, and it's really entertaining. Like, and him and I have talked about it a lot, about sort of what he focuses on. And it's not always the find. It's more about the interaction and the friendships and the camaraderie between everybody, more than actually what you find.
Yeah, he's good at making things interesting, even when the item might not be super interesting. He's very good at doing that.
Yeah, he is really good at that. Like, he like, I remember one time, I always tell the story about him finding that olive spoon, and it was like, I remember I was watching the video, and he was like, I don't even know what this is. Does anybody know what this is? What is this thing? And he's showing it. And I'm on my computer, like, searching Google for it. I'm like, it's an olive spoon. It's an olive spoon, And I'm like posting a comment as fast as I can. Yeah. And I'm messaging him. I'm like, it's an olive spoon. And he's like, yeah, man, I know what that is. Like, it was, I had about 100 responses immediately,
Yeah.
So, I guess that's what's good about having a big audience.
And sometimes we find a lot of the same things over and over every year, and he's got to say different stuff about it
right
each time.
That's true. That's a good point.
Or say it different ways anyway.
Yeah. Like, Tony and I have got to do that with Wheaties. We're like, hey, look, it's this old penny. Then we're like, hey, look, it's got wheat on it. It looks like some kind of flour. Oh, no, that's a wheat. Oh.
Yeah. How many times can you describe a wheat penny?
Is this a nickel? No, it's a penny. Look at that. That's us, man. That's our thing. Hey, let's start with this. So tell us a little about yourself. Like, where about in the world are you at? Like, that you detect in? Are you in New York?
No, on the East Coast, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, right in the heart of the Colonial areas, Washington's Crossing, and everywhere near there.
It's a good spot.
Yeah, we'll travel a little bit too, down to Delaware sometimes. I've been up to Connecticut, and so we try to go out every weekend. So it's
that's great.
Yeah,
a little bit of history over that area.
And I grew up in a colonial house, 1743. Yeah. So I was just around it, and that's where my interest began.
Wow. Yeah, I think when I look back and I look back how long you've been part of the Quarter Hoarder crew, I think it goes back probably about 4 years now, something like that.
I think going on 4 years, and I was detecting more seriously about a year before that. And my dad and I, when I was younger, did it a few times on the beach, and didn't have too much luck, but it was fun anyway. So.
Yeah. So well, let's start here, man. How did you get into metal detecting? Like, of all things you could get into, you could have got into roller skating, you could have got into, Olympic shooting, all those things.
I am actually, I sort of have a lot of hobbies, but as far as metal detecting goes, like I said, I grew up in a colonial house, and my mom is an antique dealer who specializes in colonial antiques. So I grew up with it my whole life, and it's kind of amazing I didn't get into it sooner. But I guess I was just doing different things. I started blacksmithing in 2016.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So, and I still do that. And
you do it there at the home, like you have a forge and stuff at home and all that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a ton of fun. But I guess 5 years ago or so, I got I got a metal detector for Christmas, and I lived in a Colonial house down the street from my parents at the time. So I had been metal detecting my backyard, and my neighbor happened to know Doug.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Doug,
and I had already been watching Quarter Hoarder on YouTube because I figured out that they were in my area sometimes. And he said his friend is on YouTube metal detecting, but he didn't tell me the name of the channel until a week later. He told me it was Quarter Hoarder, and I was like, oh man, that's my favorite channel that I've been watching. Right. And so that night I emailed Jason, and he emailed me back, and the next day Doug knocked on my door.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So I talked to Doug for a little while and invited them to my parents' house to metal detect, and we found a bunch of great stuff, and I've been going with them ever since.
Yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, it helps to have a Colonial home. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that doesn't hurt.
It does. And it was. It's still to this day, my parents' house is the toughest place to metal detect. There's so much metal in the ground that if you can't put the pinpointer down anywhere without it going off. So
what's in the ground? What?
Nails, square nails everywhere.
Yeah.
And just all sorts of everything. We have picked out, I feel like at this point, most of the good things, but
yeah. I know I was watching that video. I was preparing for tonight, and I was like, man, I wonder how far back Rich goes in videos. And it was way back in sort of like 4 years ago probably. And I was watching sort of the episode where they were showing your mom's house. You know what I mean? And it was just filled with like the most amazing things. What?
Like a museum.
like when you were growing up, you're like, Mom, why do we have so much old stuff in our house?
I was always interested in it. Not as much as I am now, but even back then I knew what most of it was. And just from it always being there. And I would go, when I was even younger, I would go to the antique shows with them and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool. Was she there kind of teaching you like the history of these items and where they came from, how they all work together? I mean, that kind of thing. Like,
yeah. She definitely taught me everything I know about antiques. And now metal detecting teaches me things too.
Yeah.
Sure.
And you guys detect together. Like, you guys can share in that also. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys go and detect together.
She's pretty much been coming with us for all 4 years, and then only started detecting recently. But she's has some killer finds so far.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does pretty well.
She does.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, you want to take a look at a little bit of that video I'm talking about when Rich and his mom kind of came into the Quarter Hoarder awareness, or at least his audience's awareness?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Here, let's check this out.
So what's the date on this? How far back is this?
I know. What do you think, Rich? I made it full screen, so I can't see this.
It's got to be like the end of 2020 or beginning of 2021, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's check this out. So this is your mom's house.
Yep.
All right, room number, is it number 4? I lost track. Look at this one. Look, I'm just going to kind of, oh my goodness. It's amazing.
Like, he's going too fast.
And
I need to pause it. Like, I need to pause. Look at that.
It's burning or something. It smells It doesn't. It smells antique, but not musty antique, like you're burning incense or something. I can't even explain it.
Oh my
It smells
gosh.
really good. There's more.
Wow.
There's a quilt pen there.
What are those books, Rich?
Yeah.
They're just good old leather-bound books. Well, most of them are leather. Yeah, we've always liked those from mostly the 1800s, but sometimes they get older than that.
Wow.
Some old bifocals. I'm just kind of pointing out things that I know what they are.
Because eyeglasses.
I'm gonna have to send Jason some commission on this, I think.
See,
Yeah, right.
Fastened with a ribbon in the back.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Like these are from the 1700s.
If I told you that last week, my one friend Charlie, that goes hunting with us all the time, found a pair of those spectacles, not the whole thing, it was broken in half in the middle, and this arm was broken off near the edge. So he's got one whole eye, half the nose piece, and 3/4 of the arm. But very cool. They're actually like coming back now. They call it like, what's that look that people do? That pattern, that bumpy pattern?
It actually is a hobnail, but
look at that. Who knows stuff?
This is early. There you go. You got it. There's early hobnail, and then there's later hobnail that was like from the 1940s. And
so how long has she been doing this, Rich?
Oh, man, 30, 40 some years.
Yeah. As long as you've been around?
Yeah. It's longer than I've been around, and I know that her mom was had an antique store also. I don't think I know she liked the Colonial stuff, but I don't think she was as specialized in it as my mom is these days.
Yeah.
Your taste. You got a question?
Ahead.
I was just going to say your taste sort of progresses, you know?
Yep.
It's just like metal detecting. Sometimes you're absolutely obsessed with it, and then other times it's, you're not on too many old places, or it's,
Yeah.
I was curious. Has there ever been a time when you guys found something, your mom was there, and nobody knew what it was, and your mom was able to identify it just based on her experience and knowledge?
Yeah, there has been those times. I'm having a hard time thinking of
Like
a specific time.
one. Yeah,
but she definitely she's very good with dating things. So
sure.
Even if we know what the item is, she can sometimes tell us more about when it's from, whether it's early 1700s or if it's 1798, or
yeah.
Right. I wanted to pull from the chat here when we were looking at those books. Dog Tag Doug mentioned, he said those are the Charles Dickens first editions. He could identify those right away from just the video.
He said he initialed the third one in. I think that's what he said.
The only reason Doug could identify him is because he probably read those first editions in high school.
Yeah,
those are his textbooks.
It must be a blast digging with those guys. Like they're all such characters.
My gosh.
It is so much fun, and I'm just watching Doug and Jason go back and forth is great. I'm not as quick as they are with the but they've been together for 8 or 9 years now, I think. So
do you remember when you first bought that first metal detector, even before you met all these guys? Do you remember that first find that you were like, oh my gosh, metal detecting can be like this? Like, oh, this is so great. Do you remember that?
Yeah, actually, I was in my backyard, and I found the very first coin I ever found was a 1916 Mercury dime, but it was an S, not a D.
Oh, excellent.
But still, and then right after that, I found an Indian head penny from the 1800s, and then I found a VanWinkle right after that, and I started finding old buttons. So it was quick. I know some people get discouraged because they don't find things they want to find right away, but it'll always happen. You just have to get on different spots.
And Tony and I were just talking about that tonight. I told him, I'm like, man, I've been in such a slump lately. Like, I really have. Like, the past number of times we've gone out, it's been like, wow, just haven't found much, you know? And it gets to you. You're like, man, you just, you know, you got to just keep going. Be like, man, how come I can't get my coil over it, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, when you know the stuff's got to be there, it's even more frustrating.
I mean, it's kind of dumb because I say it all the time, right, Tony? I'm like, in the middle of this big wild world, I put my little 8-inch coil over this little tiny coin that's been sitting there for a couple hundred years, and I just picked it out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now the fact that I'm in a slump probably should be shocking. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to find those little tiny speck in the middle of this big wide world. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's amazing we find what we do find sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is behind the scenes, it's a lot more trash, and you guys know that just as well. It's more trash than anything.
Sure.
Yeah, when you put it in perspective, it's pretty amazing that you do find some incredible things. You know, in the entire spectrum of it. You know, it's just incredible.
Yep.
Yeah. You one of the great things about watching all you guys on that Quarter Hoarder YouTube channel are the nicknames. So Jason is absolutely, you know, I'm sure you know, Jason's absolutely brilliant. I was talking to him yesterday, and I was like, man, I wish there was actually some way you could get paid to be a professional nickname creator, because I've never seen anybody else better at it than him.
He takes his time with it. He starts working on it in his head right away when someone starts coming with us, you know, more than a couple times, and then it could take a year, but he gets a good one.
He gets one with something. Yeah.
What do you remember what your first nickname was?
Uh-oh.
You mean Richard Nixon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Now, why did he come up with that, Rich? I never understood that. Why did he come up with that?
I think I always hit things with my shovel, and there was somebody in the chat actually, I think, said it, and it stuck. But it's all in good fun. I do try not to hit things.
Yeah, right. Don't we all?
I've been doing better at it recently, but I seem to. I don't hit the cans. I hit the silver dimes.
Right.
Right.
That's generally the way.
Yeah. You know, if you're like me, I always I'm worried about that all the time, right? So I'll hear a target after listening to tons of junk target and taking the chance, you know what I mean? Going after those iffy signals. Maybe it's something peeking in between all the junk, you know, and I'll go after it and I'll be like, okay, I'm going to give this a very wide berth. Like I'm just going, I'm going to dig this far around it, you know? And as the day goes on, it's like, I can remember, I can picture in my mind where I'm like, all right, I'm not going to dig as big a hole. I'm just going to go in. I think I got it pinpointed off the nose of my coil. I don't ever use that pinpoint function, but I go in and it's like, man, and knock on wood, I haven't destroyed too many items yet, but I always noticed it. I'm like, man, I'm digging too small a hole. So one of these things is going to be something really good, and I'm going to cut it in half. But
I think it's different in farm fields versus people's yards.
Yeah, true.
In a farm field, you can dig a crater if you want to, but you don't want to kill people's grass and all that. And but you end up hitting things sometimes.
Yeah, I always I kind of get hard on myself when I dig my plug. I pull it out, and then I go down with the pinpointer, and it's in the sidewall, which means I didn't even come close to actually getting it in the plug, you know. And I'm like, oh man, how did I miss that one that far off? You know, and then you got to dig sideways, and you're like, oh gosh, I should do better next time. I'm lucky I didn't nick it, you know.
Yeah, yep. I was consistently missing things at 6 o'clock in the wall, right? And so I've been doing better recently, just because every target I find, I back up a few more inches than I.
There you go.
Seems to be working out.
You got your pattern down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always frustrating, is it? Where you're just like, open the hole, you get down on your knees, you got your pinpointer in your hand. You're like, how come I can't hear that thing? Like, this is ridiculous. Stand up. I turn my pinpointer's remote. Deus 2 pinpointer. So anyways, I stand up and I turn that pinpointer off, and I'm like, put the coil back over, and I'm like, it's right there. It's right there. It's in the center of the hole. And I go back down and nothing. I'm like, because we don't ever dig anything deep, Rich. Like in Colorado, rarely are things deeper than 6 inches, really. I mean, we can get there, but
is it rocky, or is it compacted soil, or
what would you say about that, Tony? I think it's sandy most of the time where we hunt.
It's sandy, but it's just, the amount of time, stuff just doesn't have as much time to wiggle deep. There are some compacted areas, a lot of sand, which is real gentle on the relics, which is great. But just not as much time.
Yeah. It had been there for what, since 1850s, about as early back as we can get here.
Right.
Maybe 1840s, fur trade time and all that stuff. But, if we get into the 1870s, 1880s, we're just ecstatic, and anything before that we see as really early for Colorado.
Yeah.
But you got it. It's different. You go up in the mountains here and it's all sort of pine needle fall, kind of compacted, pressed, which is so easy. And the soil is so soft and nice to dig in.
Yeah.
And then you could be out kind of on the prairies where it's pretty sandy, but when things start getting cold, that turns to like cement. So it's just all over the place. So we found some cavalry camps to Civil War era, pre-Civil War era cavalry camps out here. And a lot of those relics we found were up underneath the saplings. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that ground is different too than out in the middle of a field. So it's just, it's the gamut, but it's just the things just aren't too deep. I don't know, what's the deepest you ever really chased a target around here, Tony? Like 8 inches maybe? Or have you gone
probably
deeper?
Yeah. Pinpointer deep, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
But those can even be, sites that have fill dirt over the top as well. So they really haven't even worked their way down. There's just been stuff that's been layered up on top of it.
Yeah.
That happens out here.
Pretty frequently we find something really deep, annoyingly right underneath a big tree root or something, which kind of clues you in that it's going to be something with age, because it wouldn't be under that tree root. But
right. That's true.
I get so excited when I get one of those. I'm like, oh, and I don't know how many times I've given up on it, because I'm like, I just can't find it, and then it bugs me the rest of the day.
Sometimes you got to walk away, but I try not to.
Yep.
More often than when the ground is frozen and we go anyway. I think I leave more signals behind in frozen ground than any other time.
Yep, we've done that too.
Yep.
We've done that too.
And I snapped a shovel in half that way.
Oh,
so.
That'll happen. Yeah.
That means you were going after it hard, because it takes an awful lot to do that. But I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
So how long have you been detecting before you hooked up with these Quarter Hoarder guys? About a year, you said?
Yeah, just about a year. Yeah. But I was really into it, watching. I was listening to your podcast. I was watching Quarter Hoarder and Hoover Boys and Green Mountain.
Those are great channels.
Yeah, great channels, and they just taught me so much. Specifically being in my area, the Quarter Hoarder anyway. It was it was real easy to see how to dig,
Yeah, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
That's I think when I got started detecting shortly after there, got started on YouTube. Like it was YouTube, and my exposure to that community and seeing what kind of stuff was on YouTube at that time. I think it was like 2016, 2017. And I was amazed. Like my first cheap metal detector, there was a video, like tutorial on how to run that thing. and this little cheap bounty hunter, and it was like this complete tutorial on how to. And I thought it would be the most difficult thing for me to learn, but I felt like after watching that video, I was just up and running, pretty darn quick. And then I started watching, like you said, Quarter Hoarder and all these other channels, and it was like, wow, it just kind of opened up for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. What's the difference though? Like, I know there's the difference, but what did you think about detecting for that year prior to going out with Quarter Hoarder crew and doing that, then all of a sudden having a camera introduced in the mix?
Well, I was still trying to find the same stuff because I was lucky enough to, like I said, live in a Colonial area. So I'm still trying to find coppers and buttons and old silvers and just old Colonial relics. So that's what I still do, but I guess the addition of the camera has just been fun. I'm always, I was a little awkward at first, I think, or I felt a little awkward at first, but Jason's so easy to get along with, and so is Doug and Charlie and everybody else. So it was easy to get used to.
Yeah.
And I think most of the excitement and things is just really you guys interacting and just being yourselves. You are kind of awkward when you got the camera in front of you first, but once you're able to just be yourself and your personalities come out and you guys just have a great time and you find some cool stuff along the way, it just makes it easy. It's just like hanging out, and there's just a camera hanging around with us as well.
Yeah, that's what we do. We just hang out and we be ourselves, and and Jason makes it look even better than it actually is. No, it's really, really great. Every weekend, you never know what's going to happen or what funny thing is going to happen.
In the time I've been watching you, since you joined the group, it seems like I've seen your detecting improve. You know what I mean? Like the amount of items you found seems to be increasing, and as it should. As you continue to learn your machine and kind of get used to all that, and it's been really fun to watch, man. Because I love to see you get excited, love to see the rest of the guys excited. But like, what do you guys do? Like I probably know, but for the audience, like, what do you guys do? Like, do you find something, see a glimmer of it, and go, got something? Do you guys have hand signals you use? Like,
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yep. We use, I don't know if you guys like the silver hand signal, or coppers. We go like that, but that's exactly what we do. We just yell out to Jason as soon as we can see that it's something interesting,
Yeah.
Anytime you see what you think is silver, you just drop it and call him over. And I feel bad sometimes. He barely gets to dig because we find so much.
Notice that.
Run around and film. But that's makes really interesting videos.
I've seen you grab the camera a time or two whenever he was digging something. And,
Yep. And now he's using the GoPro, so he's filming. He films every single thing he digs now, pretty much.
Yeah. You can just edit it out later if it's if it's something. But that's pretty cool. Tony and I have hand signals too, but they're not family appropriate for family consumption. So we'll have to show you those off the air.
Okay.
So tell us about your machine. So like, what'd you start with, and kind of where are you at these days?
I had a Garrett Ace 400 that I started with, and I still, I haven't tried a lot of machines, but that's a really good starting machine. You'll definitely find good things with it if you stick with it. And then I, not too long after being with Quarter Hoarder, I think I was lucky enough to get a Nokta Legend, and that was
there you go.
Just even better. But it's still at the base level. You're listening for a good tone, and sometimes I think it almost doesn't matter what machine you have, as long as the technology, as long as it's similar to.
We had a question come in from Rich Holes, said, "Are you going to move up to the Legend 2?"
I think we will probably all try them, yeah, and hopefully we like them even better, and it seems like a good machine, and I'm excited to try it. I don't know when that's going to be yet.
Right.
But, yeah.
I know Jason just had Knocked on his show, kind of talking about the Legend 2 and Mark and Delic. It was a good show.
Yeah,
they gave out some.
Those three are funny together too. I got to meet Delic in North Carolina at Digstock a few years ago, and she was great. That was a good time.
Yeah, they were great. Mark's funny. He's always a crack up, and when
Delic is Delic.
Delic's Delic, and I just.
Oh my gosh!
What other nicknames has he given you besides Richard Nixon?
What was the one?
Somebody said one earlier, and I wasn't familiar with it. Let me go back.
I've got it here.
Do you?
Yeah.
Go for it.
How about this one? Larry says, "We're Richard of Nixonburg."
Nixonburg.
That's a good one. That's a good one. There's some good variations you can come up.
Yeah, of Nix.
Sure.
Yeah.
All of them around Nix. So I have to ask you regarding. We'll stay on nicknames for just a second, because I have my favorite. What is your favorite Doug nickname?
Oh, there you go.
What's your favorite that stands out?
Probably Jane Fonda. I think.
Yeah. That is absolutely my favorite. I love
funny.
that one.
That's funny.
And picturing him in that outfit is always
makes it even better.
Yeah. No one's like photoshopped him in that leotard suit or anything like that.
No, but if any fans out there in the chat know how to do that,
I'm gonna have to write this down. I'm gonna be.
Gotcha, Doug.
We'll write this one down. I can make that happen.
I know Jason would have a lot of fun with that. So.
Rick Rarig says Mexican Doug. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Just because he found a Mexican silver ring.
Yeah.
5 Mile Relic Hunter said, "I like DJ Dougie Dirty Drawers." I don't know if I've heard that one.
No.
Oh.
Jason stays away from the ones that are hard to say in the intro.
Right.
He's used to doing what he's been doing.
So who's part of the crew? Like you have Jason, you have Doug, you have Charlie, your mom Lynn pops in there, you of course. You guys added Jess. Like Jess is kind of a new addition. I don't think I'd seen her on there too long, but she's a welcome addition. I know that she seems to find a lot of cool stuff too.
Oh man, lately she's been finding some really, really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know you've all seen that Rial she found.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Amazing. One of the coolest things I've ever seen anyone find, really.
Yeah. And what type of property was that on? I forget. Was that on a?
I think it was. So we weren't there when she found that, but it was one of her personal permissions. I believe it was a farm field. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
Yeah.
But that's you know, it's exciting to find coins, but they're not very personal. Old personal relics are even cooler, and that just the scoring on that coin makes it even cooler than just the coin on
find it.
Yeah.
Is that what your favorite type of hunting is pretty much relic? It's great to find coins because they've got the date, time frame, very specific. But do you like finding the relics and looking towards the relics and the personal items? Is that what you'd rather dig?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I love really cool buttons and shoe buckles and all that sort of stuff, and finding things that I don't know what it is, and going down that rabbit hole.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I almost feel like, well, we probably find more buttons than anything as far as what we like to find. But I also really enjoy like any house. I'll go anywhere like 1950s or earlier, 1960s even, because you just find interesting stuff, old toy cars.
Pieces of Americana.
Sure.
They're like us, like anything with a date, right? Anything with a date, a name, a company name,
manufacturer.
Research.
You learn so much that way.
Yeah, amazing.
Find some buttons and they got some kind of description or name on it, and you can go search that, and you're like, oh wow, like they made these between this year and this year. This is why they did. Oh, these were actually advertising buttons that they would sew on other brands of overalls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they would advertise something else. There's really cool things you learn when you start looking at those relics.
My house that I currently live at in New Jersey, the railroad tracks used to go right through it. That's what my driveway is. And I've in the woods right here. I've found a few Pennsylvania Railroad buttons, 2-piece buttons.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I love railroad stuff. We all seem to love railroad things, and cool like a Pennsylvania Railroad padlock and
yes, yeah,
those old train locks and stuff. Railroad stuff here in Colorado is really, really really hot. People would find the railroad items. It's really a big find when you find that stuff here. Here's a question.
Conductor badges.
Yeah. Question from Double G says, curious how you came up with the fine sling bag. You don't see too many of those. And it's always interesting seeing everyone's set up. And it's one of the first things I noticed about you when you started wearing that bag was that's a pretty darn good idea, man. Yeah. How'd you come up with that?
So before I started, I was obsessed with fishing my whole life. And I've had a lot of fishing bags, but fast forward to when I'm metal detecting, I hate those waste bags. I hate every metal detecting waste bag I've ever tried. It pulls your pants down. It's uncomfortable. It rips eventually because you're putting heavy stuff in it. And, it's just, so these bags, I just hop on Amazon and look for fishing chest bags or sling bags or fly fishing bags. And I was doing it today because the one I currently have is starting to rip. So I'm still trying different ones and I want to find the perfect one. But yeah, I hate those waste bags.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It almost looked like when I was looking at it, it's like, because Brad at Green Mountain Metal Detecting makes bags. And
his bags are awesome.
His bags are awesome. And I thought, I wonder if he made that sling bag for Rich, because it kind of looks like something he would make, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would love to buy one of those bags from Brad.
Yeah. Well, let's start talking about some of your finds, man. I know that you found so much. There's just so much we can ask you about. But I got stuff I have picked out, but I'm going to let you pick some stuff out here.
Let's go from the chat. Let's ask Charlie Harley here. He said, "What's your favorite find?"
Oh, my favorite find.
You can do top 3 if you want to.
And we can even take it like favorite coin, favorite relic,
there you go.
favorite piece of Americana.
I think my man, that's I'm sure it's tough for everybody.
Sure.
But
Mm-hmm.
it's my favorite coin would either be that cob, the Spanish cob from the cob field, or my cartwheel penny, which
There
is
you go.
also from the cob field. Those are rare to find over here.
Sure are. Like, what
and
was
I didn't
that?
even know what it was when I saw it in the ground. I just thought it was going to be a big copper dip. Like I thought it would end up being old trash or something because
that is a massive piece of copper.
Yeah,
that coin is huge.
Yep.
I was lucky. When we went to England, that was the one coin I wanted to find, even though it's not that old. I just wanted to find it because it's so big. I just think it's such a unique coin. And I think they were only minted. Is it 1 year? I think they're minted for only 1 year. But
1 year, there are 3 varieties of them.
Okay.
I think I don't know if they were all only minted 1 year, but that biggest, the biggest of the 3, was only 1 year.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. How about relic? Like
probably some of the really cool buttons that I've found. I've found a couple Revolutionary War cufflinks, like with the hand carved anchor in it.
Yeah, the Continental Navy officer's cufflink, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
1770s.
Yeah. Exactly.
That was pretty rare.
Somehow I found two of those so far.
Isn't that crazy?
One at my mom's house and one in a farm field in New Jersey. But
did you ever find Grandma's brooch?
Grandma's brooch.
we find
that a lot.
Brooches. Yep,
you do.
Yep. A lot.
Grandma lost some stuff, man. That's for sure.
I've gotten a few ring returns recently just by chance. The homeowner tells us that they lost a ring, and we either find it that day, or I by chance find a ring and then they remember it. But Jason
yeah, I remember losing that ring. Thanks for finding it.
He always makes me fake propose to when I give it back to the people who lost it. So I've done that 2 or 3 times recently.
That's funny.
Jason said Double Struck Classic Head was amazing.
Yeah,
I don't think I saw that. That's
I'll have to find what video that's in and get you the link. But yeah, that was Double Struck coin, very good detail, and the homeowner the deal was we had to give everything to the homeowner that day, and so it is what it is. I'm just happy to have seen it and held it because they're so rare to find those.
Yeah. All your fellow team members are coming up with suggestions for you. So how about this one?
Oh, the one that was recently we talked about that. Yeah, the 13 dots and the snake around them.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You know what? I saw somebody else find one of those. That's pretty rare. Right? The snake goes in and out of the dots around the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw Riley find one.
Or no, it just goes right around them. It doesn't go in.
It doesn't go in and out.
No. There's probably different versions of them.
Yeah.
But that one it doesn't have a shank, and that I thought it was I didn't see anything on it at first, and luckily I cleaned it off. And we didn't realize it was a snake right away. So it all kind of fell together slowly, but we realized it was a special button.
Yeah. They're starting to come up with stuff now, Tony. You want to start putting some of that up?
Yeah. Lindiana Jones says, what about your snake buckle?
Man,
I mean, that's got to be pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I found a snake buckle. I've been told Confederate snake buckle.
Wow.
Up in, an area where there's absolutely no Civil War activity. So somebody must have brought it home with them,
And the really cool thing is that, like, what then is that story? How did it get to that point? Was it a souvenir, a Union soldier took off of a Confederate soldier? Is it someone that came back after the war? Were they, a POW? I mean, what's the story? We're never going to know, but you can go down so many rabbit holes with just that object, as well as almost rewriting history. There was no activity. So why is that here? I mean, that's just, I love the hobby just because of that. It's amazing.
If I'm not, even more interestingly, if I'm not remembering incorrectly, I think it was at an old, like a 1700, like a Quaker house, in the yard of a Quaker's house. So,
interesting.
Yeah.
How do you guys go about your permission gathering? Does everyone go and just get their own permissions and kind of see if we can bring the whole group in, or how does that work?
I'll admit it's Doug and Charlie that get the majority of the permissions. I wish that I had more time to go door knocking. I've been thinking about that. But yeah, it's Charlie knows everybody. You probably know that.
Yeah,
he knows everybody, so he just he'll see somebody somewhere and know that they have a farm field, and he'll just ask them, and they'll pretty much always say yes.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, and he was a teacher too, so even when he doesn't know somebody, they know him, or their kid used to know him, or
right.
And then Doug is a master. He's a master at getting permissions. What's that saying? I think he could sell a ketchup popsicle to a lady in white gloves.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Well, good for him, man.
That's a good guy to know.
Because it must be hard getting permission for a number of people to come on the property. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, can I have permission? Maybe. Can I have me and 6 of my friends or whatever come on and have permission?
Come dig holes.
Yeah, there are times we always try to have at least 4 of us. But there are times when the people really only want, 3 or 4 people and only 1 or 2 cars, and we just, deal with it. But at other times, we're inviting Matt and Jess and everybody else.
Yeah. 13 Union Army training camps in the Philadelphia area. That's a lot, man. You guys got some great history there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a long time, but every now and then I'll get called out to our corporate headquarters, which is in Lancaster. And man, every time I've been there, it was I haven't had an opportunity to detect. So one of these days, man, I got to get over there, and we got to get that done.
Yeah, that's not far from us, so we got to get together if that happens.
Who's it? Larry and Jason both said that they think it's the egg. So tell us the story about the egg. Tell us the story, because people might not be familiar with that.
I got a target like any other target, and I stick I dig the plug. We're in a yard at somebody's house, and pop the plug open just like I would any other time. And there was just an egg, a chicken egg, a white chicken egg, just sitting in the hole. But, it was real weird. The ground didn't seem disturbed, like it was just grass. So I kind of thought maybe it was one of those fake eggs. That you
put get them to lay in the nesting box. Yeah.
Right. But it wasn't. And it turns out the homeowner has had foxes on his property for years and years, and he feeds them. So he puts things out there, and I guess one of the foxes must have buried an egg.
Oh my gosh.
And
that's a little morsel for later. Just save it for later.
Yep. And I think the metal target that I was digging, I think it was trash. If I remember.
So. Yeah. That's cool, but you got a good memory out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's funny.
Unforgettable memory and trash.
Incidental find. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you ever find what's your like favorite spill? So like, sometimes people find spills of things, coins, pull tabs, bottle caps.
I don't know that I have. Ooh, well, actually,
Yeah.
I talking about spills. This isn't technically a spill, I guess, but I love Native American artifacts. And
There you go.
when we're in a farm field and I'm digging a metal target and an arrowhead comes out of the hole, that's happened to me twice. That's always very
That's
exciting.
incredible.
Yeah.
Do you guys dig on properties a lot that have the opportunity of finding Native American artifacts? Is that a common thing in your area?
Pretty much anywhere out here, there's a possibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially some of the farm fields up near Charlie. A lot, we know some of the fields that have a natural spring close by or in them. And, but I've been looking for that stuff my whole life.
Have you?
Yeah.
I never really kind of knew about it. Like my mind was always on metal detecting, and then I think it was Beth. She took us to her permission one time and she's like, "Oh yeah, I found a bunch of points on this property." And I go, "What do you mean points?" like Native American points? And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You can find Native American stuff around here?" She goes, "Oh yeah." She goes, "You gotta keep your eyes open." So ever since that day, man, my ears go one way, my eyes go the other.
That's what
I'm looking for.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Me and my friend Michael were just out detecting this past weekend and he found one. And it was just like, they stick out,
So
you know what I mean? Like your eyes can get trained just to see these odd colored, rocks in the middle of all these other rocks. And it just stands out. It's amazing. Like, do you have a large collection?
Not a super huge collection that I've personally found. Maybe 20 or 30 pieces altogether. Not all points. Some were tools, but I have a lot of stuff my grandmother found, and so we've all been into that for a long time.
Yeah. Your mom's saying she thought you had a copper spill. Did you have a copper spill?
Yeah, a two copper spill at this one house. We found 9 coppers that day at that house. It was a good day.
We can match that in Colorado usually, but they're wheat coppers. The wheat copper spills are pretty rare. I know, but we have those here.
They're what they call the small large sense. They're very, very small large sense.
I guess in 100 years, people are going to feel like that.
There you go.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely true.
And then our collections might be worth something.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, I'm saving them pull tabs, man. You just never know.
No.
I could have swore, maybe I got it wrong. Didn't you find a spill or at least a bunch of skeleton keys one time?
Oh, I was going to bring that up. That was Jason.
That was Jason.
But I was going to bring that up as one of my favorite spills I've seen somebody find. Yeah, that was unexpected and really cool.
I've never found one yet. I've never found a skeleton key yet. No.
Really?
And I would love to. Like, I would be so thrilled. Like, I just think they're so cool. Just haven't found one yet.
It's, again, like we were talking earlier, it is a personal item. I mean, you had it to unlock your front door. What would happen if you lost that then? I mean, you don't go to, there was no Lowe's, Home Depot's around to go get another one cut for you. So, how did all that work?
Right. Yeah. Hey, Jay, how you doing?
So I found door handles and lock plates that looked like they would take a skeleton key. Just no skeleton key yet. Not even a piece of one. Sometimes you find pieces of them.
More often than not, we find pieces of them. It's always exciting to find them. Always. I forget if Jason determined what his set was from. I don't know if it was a set from a property or if it was a set from an old, music. I forget what they're called, but the music box, that you'd
squeeze
open
box or the
Victrola or
Accordion.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you guys find a lot of harmonica reeds and accordion reeds and stuff like that? They seem to be pretty prevalent, but I don't know in your Colonial area type of thing if they're as prevalent.
Oh, yeah, we find a ton of harmonica reeds and squeeze box reeds and all sorts of stuff. Something on my bucket list is I'd like to find the frame of a mouth harp.
Yes.
But I found one piece of one so far, but I've not found a complete one.
You found a piece of a mouth harp.
Yeah.
And you knew what it was right away, or did you have to go kind of look into that?
No, I knew what it was. Luckily, it had enough of that telltale shape,
Yeah. Because depending on what piece you found, could have been could have been a lot of things. But
some things are, some things are weird like that. When we find a tiny, tiny little piece of a shoe buckle frame, we often know right away that it is a shoe buckle frame, even if it's just a tiny piece of metal. There's something about it, but
it's pretty amazing. What would you say is your oldest that you could guess shoe buckle or knee buckle? How far back have you into that?
Definitely 1700s.
1700s.
I think I might have from the Cobb field a late 1600s like knee buckle or something like that, very small. But that field was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we got to get back
Sounds
to that
like
Cobb
it.
field.
Gosh, yeah. How many times have you guys been over there then? It did seem to produce pretty well.
We've been there 20 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
good.
Still, if you hunker down and go really slow, I mean, year to year, the ground changes, and crops go down, and so
it's great that you guys name your fields and stuff. It's just a testament to all the stuff you guys found. Like, it's very rare when Tony and I name our fields, and usually when it is, when we do, it's for a darn good reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
Really cool. Like Teresa was just saying, she found a skeleton key in the Field of Spoons.
Right.
Field of
That was
Spoons.
another cool video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of, we probably found 5 pounds of silver on that property, and it's still,
oh my gosh,
it's still going. And we were giving everything to the property owners at first, and it got to a point where they just said, you gave us enough.
Wow. That's so cool.
And what was the consensus for that? It was a pig farm, and they felt that the spoons were just in the scraps that they were throwing out to the pigs. And
we were told they had a deal with, I guess, restaurants in the area or in the city or something, and so they would get all their food scraps and feed them to their pigs, and that
interesting.
Some of them were really cool looking. Other ones are just plain silver, but it's exciting to see when you open the ground.
Absolutely.
Silver of any kind.
Sure. Yeah, that's always
absolutely
a great feeling. Or gold.
Yeah. I haven't found too much of that.
You haven't found too much gold?
Nope.
Jewelry mainly, or pendant? I saw a pendant come up. I don't know if that was yours or not, but I saw a pendant come up.
One gold ring. Doug found a little heart pendant, a gold heart pendant.
Saw that. That was great.
And I found one of my favorite finds is a sterling silver thimble with a 14 karat or 10 karat gold band around the bottom
Oh,
of
I
it.
saw that.
Wow.
Yeah. And that
Wow.
That was beautiful.
a silver thimble was on my bucket list at the time, and I wasn't even realizing that you could find one that is gold or has gold on it as well.
Yeah. You had to be
That's
shocked.
awesome.
It had to feel
Gosh,
great.
yeah.
So
I was
shocked.
like, I was like, no way that's gold. And yeah, it was.
That's awesome.
Detector said that there's a lot of competition with other detectorists and such a rich history in your area. Like, and I agree, like, does that present challenges for you guys? I mean, obviously you get on some pretty great permissions, but is it hard to find places that haven't been completely hammered, or?
I'd say it's getting harder. Slowly but surely it's getting tougher. We do really well, and I think what slows that process down is a lot of people don't want to door knock. They don't want to ask for permission. And I get nervous too going up to a house, but if you want to find this stuff, then you can't keep going to parks because that's what everybody else does.
Right. Yep.
Luckily in Bucks County, we have a lot of parks that are on colonial land, and you can still get, I hear people get lucky from time to time, but
yeah.
I remember the gold stick pin topper.
Yeah.
That was one that we didn't know what it was. It was just an oval, a gold oval, and I think it had a letter on it carved in the top of it. But my mom told us what that was because it was too big to be a cufflink or something.
Yeah. Pretty
But
interesting. There you go, Tony. So that's one of those things.
I know.
You asked your question earlier, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. We've got a couple more questions from the chat, but real quick, I just want to mention Caleb Svensson made it to the chat, finally watching all the way from New Zealand.
All right, Caleb.
Oh,
welcome.
Awesome.
Yeah, just want to mention that real quick there.
Welcome.
That's really cool.
Welcome.
Very cool.
What's
a lot of people are asking about kind of like white whales or bucket listers. Let's go down that road. You're in such a target-rich environment. There can't be much left on your bucket list or your white whale that you should have found already, right?
Well, yeah, there's not. I've done really well with that because of where we live, and I guess I'd like to. I want to complete the set of state copper coins.
So which one are you missing?
Colorado?
I'm missing New York.
You missing Colorado?
I think I'm missing New York, and is there a New Hampshire? I can't remember. I know I'm missing New York, but I have a Vermont, Connecticut, New
Jersey.
But yeah, I think I have more than half.
That would be incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Those are very, very cool.
And what about like white whale? So white whale, something that everyone else around you has found one, or in the area you're in, you should have found one by now, and you just haven't.
Well, I can't say it's that I should have found one by now, but I think what I'd most like to find is a Fujio cent.
Oh, yes.
That's
and you're in a good spot for that.
My favorite coin.
Agreed.
Without getting too nuts, like pine tree shillings and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, because it has the history tied in with Ben Franklin and all that. So I love how it says "mind your business" on there. That's right. It's such a great,
it's an incredible coin.
It's a wonderful
coin. Kept that coin around.
Anybody in the group that's found a Fujio? Or have you been there when one's been found?
We have not. I think Jason years ago found one, like a reproduction one. He
Okay.
said.
It's just an incredible coin. Just the history of it that's on that coin. It just stands out. It's incredible. Probably one of my favorite coins as well. And I'm never going to find one, honestly. It's not something that would ever be even on my radar, but man, just it's really, really cool. I bet you find one. I mean, you guys, you've been on the areas, you'll find one. You find lots of coppers.
Yeah, a lot of coppers. Who knows? Maybe we have, because we find a ton of slick coppers that we can't.
Slick ones, sure.
Yeah. And
any GW buttons, Rich?
No, I was literally just gonna say, of course, I'd like to find a GW button.
Yeah.
Jason's the only one in our group that has found one so far, which
good for him.
I find a little amazing, because all the great spots we get on, and but I know because of the internet that these things come out of the ground sort of frequently, so it's. I
agree from watching all the videos, like more frequently than you would think, right? Like,
there's a large variety of different ones, and I guess different people were making them, but I saw that Charlie's got to ask a question that rubs it in for Doug.
Way to go, Charlie. Yep.
I think probably 5 or 6 now.
Have you really?
Wow.
Come on. Really?
Amazing.
Well, there's only 2 years of those, right?
Yeah, 57, 58.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Most of them, I only have one that's in really good shape. Most of them you can just barely tell that it is what it is. And the other day we had a good 10 minutes where we thought Doug had done it.
Oh
yeah. And but it turned out to be an Indian. So.
Well, Indians are cool too. I know in Colorado, that's really cool. Hey, just want to say a quick shout out to Brass Medic. Good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. What do you? I don't know if you guys have it in your area. E-Tector was saying, do you guys have any copper culture stuff?
Yeah.
Since you're into Native American and stuff, have you?
Well, I've been told that we should, and through my research, we should. Definitely not as frequent as like around the Great Lakes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be where a real lot of it comes from. Mm-hmm. But apparently they were everywhere. So.
But nothing's come up for you yet in all your years of looking for Native American?
No, nothing that I remember. I mean, maybe before I knew what it was, something I threw in my trash, that would stink. But that's brings up a point. I'd love to find a kettle point. I haven't found a kettle point. Charlie found a really, really awesome one.
We're looking for those here too, because we can find those here, and it's like, man, we would love to. And
a lot of trade through Colorado.
A lot of trade.
Yeah.
So you have some kettle points that were made by the soldiers that were here that were actually trading with the Native Americans. You could tell those because they're perfect. You know what I mean? They're just made really perfect, symmetric and stuff. And then you find those that are kind of crudely made, and those tend to be, made by Native Americans at the time. But find anything like that, I know that it's a big deal here, so I'm sure it's a big deal there too as well. How about weirdest find? Like, do you have anything stands out in your hairs? Like, man, that is just weird. Like any old medical equipment or something.
That egg was probably the weirdest.
That's pretty strange. That's strange.
Weirdest. Jason, help me out if you're still listening. He has a.
I know you guys have found some weird stuff over the years.
We've asked people.
Nothing super weird.
No.
Yeah.
The egg. We'll take the egg. The egg's good.
Yeah, that's
egg's good.
you hear about like, gold fillings or diamond grills or, stuff like that kind of stuff,
Any creepy
it would be
experiences out
cool to
there in the
find a
field,
deal.
or like scary
Ooh.
experiences, like animals or dogs,
No,
moose?
Yeah, ever been attacked by a moose?
Come on, it's the
no
thing to do these
moose.
days.
Nothing scary really, but we do go to, we are around a lot of animals. We go to a lot of farms and see these cool animals. We filmed some of them, little small horses and mini goats and all sorts of stuff following us around. Dogs digging in our holes while we're digging. But nothing.
Goats can be mean, man.
Oh yeah, they can, but luckily we haven't had too much of that.
Yeah.
You don't turn your back to these things.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. We just had an experience with a bull not too long ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, we know that.
He was not going to quit. Yep. He was loaded for bear.
Well,
he was coming.
He caught a little sniff of the bear spray and he was over the hill pretty quick.
Yeah. that's magical stuff, man.
Yeah,
you don't want any part of that.
No.
They're big animals.
Yeah. Hey, I know Tim Digger's asked a couple times, so I want to make sure that we touch on it. But what's the oldest U.S. silver coin you've ever found?
The oldest U.S. silver that I have found is, I think, a 1820s capped bust half dime.
Oh. You did it well there. Wow,
nice,
good job.
Man. Yeah, I happened to find, I found one 2 weeks in a row somehow. Out with Charlie, and then we were in the Cobb field, and I found another one. But yeah, I loved cap bust coins.
So do I, man. I've got like 10 of them now. I just love them.
Yeah, the coin store loves when he comes and buys them.
Talking about capped bust, I want to ask you a question about capped heads. Jason happened to say that you were a competitive swimmer before they met you, and you had the rubber head cap thingy.
The rubber head cap thingy.
I did, and even funnier, I had dreadlocks back then.
Really?
So
no kidding.
Yeah, I had dreadlocks almost down to my waist.
Holy
wow!
And I'd fit those underneath the swimming cap, and so yeah, I competed. I competed up until I was 18. And then
didn't that slow down your water aerodynamics a little bit?
No, he had him to a point underneath the cap, and it made him more aerodynamic.
Yeah, those caps are so tight, you couldn't really tell.
Really?
I mean, wow. You could tell I had long hair, but they're so tight. Yeah. It's unbelievable. But yeah, it was something. I mean, swam for a long time. It's definitely I swam, I played football, I did soccer, I did wrestling, I did track, I did everything, and swimming's the hardest thing I've ever done, for sure.
Yeah.
Takes the most out of you. Wow. So you're blacksmithing, like, do you just do that as a hobby, or do you do that, like, do you do it as a side business? Do you do it as part of a heritage societal thing, or?
It's starting to be a side business. It's mostly a hobby, but I'm working towards that.
Good for you.
And yeah, it's really fun. Been doing it since 2016, and it's just that finding the time.
Sorry, I had to put that up. Yeah, it's finding the time, like anything, right? Like you got.
Yep.
If you told us at the beginning of the show, you have a lot of hobbies. So trying to find time for all that stuff, So,
yeah, I try to go fishing. I try to blacksmith.
You're busy,
and then working and metal detecting, and
you got to throw that working thing in there at some point, right?
It's got to go in there, but you got to get rid of that because you could add another hobby.
Right? Yeah, it's taking up hobby space.
I need to make crafting blacksmithing and overall crafting my career is what I would like to do. But we will see.
Larry says it's just another way to save history, man, and I agree with Larry 100%. Like you're keeping that alive, you know what I mean? And that is a piece of history that not too many people are into, but good on you for that. What kind of things do you make?
I love recreating old colonial items, you know, candle holders and anything really. I like making old tools and hooks and bottle openers and everything, jewelry.
Wow.
Yeah,
but
great.
The colonial stuff is the coolest to me for sure.
Sure.
Even I like making knives too, but not, you know, I'm not trying to really be a bladesmith, like only do that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I watch Forged in Fire. It's so interesting to be able to take, you know, it's the creative side of things. You take something that is nothing essentially, and you're making it into something that's elegant or useful or, you know, had a purpose, you know, and it's that passion of being, it's almost artistic coming out in you. And I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's
awesome.
Really cool. And, you know, hot steel is, if you think of it, it's like clay. It moves the same as clay. It's just way harder to move it.
Yeah, it just takes a little more effort.
Yeah, but it's really neat.
Yeah. Any leather working on your side, Robert Thompson?
No, it does interest me to make probably small items or sheaths for the knives.
There you go, sheaths. Yeah,
but I mostly just like working with metal.
Yeah. When are you going to make digging shovels for the whole crew?
You know, for a while I've been trying to design a shovel in my head, because it's not making a shovel out of all one piece of steel isn't that easy, and I'm trying to design it in a way that makes sense and is efficient but also won't break. So I do want to do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool if like the whole team was digging with shovels that Rich forged. That'd be really cool. And of course, Jason would come up with some funny name for it or some, you know, special name for it.
You need to find kind of like some plans from the 1700s where they wrote it in this book about how they designed a spade or something like that, and then just recreate that. And everybody's digging with the 1700 style shovel out there. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That would be cool, man.
And they're probably really strong too.
Right. Oh yeah.
Larry, have you tried your hand at napping since you're into Native American?
No, I haven't. I know that I would like it. I just don't have much time for something like that.
You got to get rid of that work stuff, man. You just got to get rid of that work stuff.
All of us need to do that.
I know I would like fly fishing, but someday I'll get to do that. I don't have the time, you know.
Yeah. Look, man, you've been a great guest, Rich. We're towards the end of this thing here. Do you got any advice for detectorists out there that you could, some kind of wisdom you could part, things that are important to you about the hobby or that you've discovered in your journey in this hobby that you just wish on other people or something?
Well, I think I've noticed people get discouraged sometimes, not just because of what they're not finding, but because they're always by themselves. And so I would encourage somebody to join a local club or go to metal detecting events, and always just continue doing what you like to do, and you'll meet other people that enjoy doing that too. And you never know what could happen. I detected for a year, and then all of a sudden I'm going with the Quarter Hoarder every week. So it's and they couldn't be any greater. So
And it's night and day of an experience. It's actually on my list of questions I want to ask you about that. Like, you detect it on your own, and then all of a sudden you got together with a bunch of people, and how was that different? But I'm glad you shared that with people, because I agree with you 100% that there's nothing like sharing excitement and intrigue and your love of this hobby with other people that are like-minded. You know what I mean? So
right. Yeah, it's exciting to find something by yourself, but when you're with friends and they're all excited, and it makes it that much better.
Yeah. Yep. I agree, man. Good point. Well, shoot, maybe we'll all get a chance to dig together someday. I'd love to come out and hang out with you and get a chance to dig with you. If you're ever in Colorado for whatever reason, come on, get a hold of us, man, and we'll put you on the best thing we can get you put on.
I do know somebody. I have a friend who lives in Colorado, so if I ever end up out there, I will
get a hold of us.
We'll take you fly fishing.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. We'll do that.
Yeah. I do fish for trout, but I have not fly fished yet.
We have a plethora of trout in Colorado. More than I would want. I'm tired of eating trout, I'll tell you that.
Tony's diet consists of trout and doves.
Dove and chicken.
Dove and chicken.
Yeah, I remember I was listening to one of your shows a while ago, and you were talking about your dove hunting.
Yeah. Yep. Just got back from that. It was started at September 1st, and we go every year, right at the opening season. We kind of make it a long camping trip, and you're allowed 15 dove per person per day. So we usually stay like 2 days. I mean, you shoot your limit, you're coming home with 30 dove, cut in half, you're going to have 60 pieces. So
you know what he does with it, Rich?
That sounds fun. That sounds
fun. You know what he does with it?
What?
He makes jerky, man.
Not with the dove. No, not with the dove. That was goose.
Oh, goose.
That was
jerky.
goose. Wow. Yeah, Canada goose and snow geese and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
no dove. Goose jerky. Boy, it's good though.
You gotta make jalapeno poppers. You wrap it in bacon, put some cream cheese and jalapeno on it. Best stuff you'll eat.
Come on out, we'll cook you some dove.
All of our geese out here just hang out in the mall parking lots. So
you don't want those.
I don't think I'd eat them.
But look, Rich, man, you want to hang on down below, and we'll get to you off the air. We'll say our goodbyes, but last words, and we'll put you down in the green room. So go for it. Last words, and we'll put you down there.
I just like to thank both of you, Ken and Tony, for having me on and thinking of me and let me tell my story here. It was a lot of fun, and you guys are great. I've listened to what you've been doing for a long time. Well, 5 years since I've been detecting.
Yeah.
And it was a really great night. So thank you, and thanks to everybody in the chat who stopped by, and Jason and Doug and my parents and Charlie and everybody else. There's so many names that I recognized in there. So
yeah. Well, you go out with those guys, and you kind of put yourself out there, right? So there's all these people that know who you are, and you don't know everyone, you know what I mean? But it's kind of a weird feeling, that you're putting yourself out there. So when you come on our show like this, you're putting yourself out there again. You're getting a little more personal. People are getting to know a little bit more about Rich VanWinkle, and we just want to thank you for putting yourself out there with us. And
of course, and it was probably it was a good call. Now that I'm used to the camera and everything, I won't be nearly as awkward on your show. So
there you go.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Years ago, I would have not been a good guest, probably.
Yeah, I agree. Amazing too. Since to force yourself to start going on camera and start interacting with that camera a little bit, which is so silly because you're looking at a camera, right? Like right now, I'm looking at a camera in my room, but I know that people are seeing me. You know what I mean? So you get used to kind of that communicating through the lens, and that it builds sort of this muscle memory with you of trying to connect to people through the lens, and So yeah, I agree. You know, you get used to that and you start coming out of your shell more, where if you had never done that, you'd been more sort of internal and not not as forthcoming or so. But
Right.
But thanks, man. Thanks for coming on with us.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Sure. We'll see you in just a minute. We'll put you down in the green room.
All right. Good night, everybody.
That was fun, man.
Man, that Richard Nixon guy's pretty cool.
he nicks them good, man. I tell you. Oh man, we're jerks, man. He goes off screen and we start beating on him already. He can't even defend himself.
I know. I was all nice and cordial to him, and they're throwing nicknames out on him now. No, you know talking about a great guest that I'm so glad we got to know a little bit closer, like you were talking about. You know, hearing stories and you know, just having him right there with us. It's what a cool guy, man. Seriously. Yeah. You know,
really,
one of us, right? You know, we say that a lot, right?
All the time. One of us. Yeah.
Totally hang out.
Yeah. We could totally hang out and just talk about stuff. I mean,
could you imagine
I'm so impressed by what he and the rest of the guys find over there. Like, because we just can't find that stuff here. And just to hear him talk about it and see, you know, his passion for it and the things that he enjoys. And even when you watch him on video, he's just so happy when he finds stuff. And
amazing.
Seems like a really great guy and stuff. I want to hear more about his dreadlocks, man. I got more questions about that. We didn't quite get to that.
Oh yeah, I know. And this is a video show. We didn't even have a picture of it. I'm sure he's got like a driver's license with his dreadlocks on it. I mean, that'd have been awesome.
Exactly. Next time, Rich, I told you to send me some pictures this time, but next time I got a lot more pictures I'm going to ask of you. That's funny.
That's right. Awesome.
Well, let's get out of here, man. What do you got going on?
Yep. Oh gosh, you know, not much. Just come visit me on social media. 5280 Adventures on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere you can search. Just put in 5280 Adventures, and come visit with me. Leave me some comments. Send me some chats. I've been talking to a lot of people, like I said, the last couple of weeks, and sharing in the finds and all that kind of stuff. So I've been having a great time with all that. Love chatting with everybody and seeing what you're finding out there. So come visit with me, message me, and I'll get back to you. And then you and we got to get either out detecting or on a plane to England. One of the two. You got to choose. One of the
two. All right. I'll choose. Flip the coin. Double-headed coin. England. Let me try again. England.
Sweet. All right. All right, buddy.
We'll see you soon. Yeah, him and I haven't been detecting together in a while, man. You start missing it. You're like, man, like me and my friend Michael were out detecting this last weekend, and without Tony, we're like, man, where's Tony? We're missing like one of the guys, you know what I mean? So hey, I just want to thank everyone for joining us here. You can catch me anywhere on any of the social media at Adventures in Dirt. Would love to see you over there. Drop some comments. And if you guys get to go out, man, go have some fun. That's what it's all about. And share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Let them see your passion for it. And if you go, be safe. Just be safe out there. I don't want to hear about anybody getting hurt out there in those fields. And cover your holes. Don't hurt those cows stepping in your holes now out in those fields. And go get the good stuff. And then I want you to tell me about it. We'll see you next week on Relics Radio.
Thank you so much for listening to Relics Radio. We will see you back here next week for another exciting guest. Until then, get out and dig it all.